Hello and welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Mark Ramone, joined today by Mark Sherry and our special guest, Andy Cass of Sleeper Cave Records. You just heard Ciarra Fragale with Country Line featuring Jake Klar. Before that, JJ Slater with Wade. And we started off with Thor Jensen, Endless Flatter. We got to start there. I love that song. Some good rock and blues.
All of these tunes, by the way, have all been recorded at Sleeper Cave Records and by Andy. I think both Mark and I are equally impressed by this Thor Jensen tune. To me, he's got it, man. He is a real professional.
I've done a few songs with Thor. He's down in Nashville now, but he makes his way back up to the Valley a couple times a year, and usually we try to meet up when he's up here and put down a new recording or do a video or something like that. Yeah, Thor is a phenomenal guitarist, singer, and songwriter. I'm so pleased every time he comes in. He's great to work with.
Yeah, he grew up in the Stonington, Connecticut area, and this tune, everything about it is great. The guitar is super. I love the lyrics, like "Pour me your love, make me drunk with your affection." It's a superb tune.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Thor's great. Don't they? I know that's not for me, but Thor's fantastic writer. I love everything he brings me.
Well, the production and the mix on this are also superb as well.
Great, thank you.
And after that, we had JJ Slater doing Wade. JJ is out of Western Mass, and JJ is an old friend of ours from his earlier time with his band Humble Digs. He's come a long way since then. This tune is so smooth. His vocals are just great now. I just really, really enjoyed this tune.
I love the lyric, "I'll be sipping on starlight after the flood dries to dust." I love it when songwriters come up with clever ways to say something haven't heard in a different way.
Oh, I was just going to ask you, Andy, if there's anything, about the recording session that you'd like to tell our listeners.
Maybe more about Jake Slater in detail. Like I've known Jake for several years, and it's super exciting for me to have seen an artist develop and grow and like become better at their craft. And like every time JJ brings me something to work on, it's a little better than the thing before. I've done like 4 records with him now. He has a record coming out very soon that we just finished like this week. He's like one of the most creative musicians that I've worked with. He has great ideas and great vision on his songs, and always brings in excellent musicians to play on his tracks, which is like the most important part of session when I'm doing recordings, is that I have great musicians playing on everything.
Mm-hmm.
It makes my life so much easier.
Yeah.
And Jake's going on tour with in the Southwest with Lexi Weege this winter.
Yep. Yes, Jake is leaving Tuesday for a tour down to Texas and I believe Louisiana with Lexi Weege, and some friends are going to be meeting up with them along the way. Great. Yeah, he'll be back on February 19th for a big band show at the Parlor Room with Lexi and some other local Valley players.
And we finished our show off with County Line by Ciarra Fragale. And this is a tune that she co-wrote with Jake Klar, who we played earlier in the show. And this is such a smooth sounding tune. It's got that Fleetwood Mac sound to it. Really nice on the guitars and all the vocals. The harmonies sound great. And I guess Ciarra is now out of the North Adams, Massachusetts area.
That's correct. Yeah, she's originally from the Hudson Valley and moved out to North Adams not too long ago. So she's based in Western Mass now.
This is the first single off the new EP, Longtime Listener, which came out on January 13th.
Yep, I really liked where I chose this song because It was the first single and clearly the most important one to her for this record. But yeah, it's off of the Longtime Listener EP that we just released. It's a co-written song between her and Jake, which is great because like I know Jake's I recorded Ciarra's last record, which is a much different style than this song. And the rest of her EP is different stylistically from this song. She has a lot of 80s influence in her music. I think the pairing of her writing with Jake's is really fantastic. It's a great blend.
I'd really like to thank you, Andy, for coming on the show and sharing the music that you've recorded at your studio, Sleeper Cave Records.
Thank you guys for having me.
Out in Haydenville, Mass. So thanks for visiting with us, and we hope you enjoyed some great original music from Western New England artists. And I'm Mark Sherry, and I was here today with Mark Ramone and Andy Cass. The New Music Alliance Radio Hour is brought to you by the New Music Alliance, a 501c3 nonprofit whose mission is to assist and advance the careers of talented, creative local musicians who write original music, and to promote the extended Western New England area as a destination for original music writing, production, and performances. And if you like what we're doing here on the show, tell your friends about it and like the New Music Alliance and the Radio Hour on our Facebook pages. And don't forget to check out our website, newmusicalliance.org, where you'll find the extraordinary Essential Western New England Songbook, which is a listenable anthology of many of the best songs ever written by artists from Western New England. And while you're there, if you support the New Music Alliance's mission, we'd appreciate your making a donation or becoming a member or a sponsor. And if you're a local Western New England musician who would like to have your original music considered to be on our show, send links to your songs to newmusicalliance@gmail.com. Join us next week for more great tunes from Western New England artists. And until next week, please stay safe and
Keep
on rockin'.
And let's have Charles and Khalif Neville take us out today with African Eyes.